Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of this tutorial for this origami flower. If you happen to stumble upon this video and you did not see the part 1, here's a small annotation you can click on to go see the part 1, and then once you saw it, come back here. But yeah, here's where we were. We did do all these folds that matches my template over here, and what do we do now? First, some of these folds need to be reversed and other need to stay in that position. What I mean by that is some of them will need to be like this, and some of them will need to be fold the other way, if you know what I mean. So by other way, what I mean is this. So some of them will need to be like that, and some of them like this. And now you're probably wondering, why didn't I not make you guys fold them the right way? Well, first, it's because some folds will need to be like at some point halfway fold in one side, and from that point and to the other point they'll need to be folded into the other side. I hope you guys know what I mean. If you don't, let me show you this other template I have on the other side. It's over here. So all these lines you see, these dotted line here and these lines, they are going to be all what we're going to need for this origami. And these full lines, just like this one, will need to be folded like this, and all the lines you see in dots will need to be folded like that, and you're going to see it's going to start to take shape pretty fast. So how about we start by first making sure that all our folds are facing the table, like they are going like this towards the table. Let's start with these triangle thing we have in each corners. The way I do them is quite simple. Actually, no, start it back on the other side, and yeah, you see this corner here. You're gonna want to force the small triangle in the inside, just like this. You guys understand that? I'm sure you do. So you force the small triangle in, make sure the folds are quite perfect and really good, just like that. And then the bigger triangle, this outer one, you're gonna have to fold it like the other side. So you're gonna want it like this. You can do this, I'm sure you can. It's fairly easy. So that thing, you repeat it on the other four sides. At that point, I am not sure if you guys are doing it as fast as me. Maybe won't be long, I'll come back. Alright, so yeah, maybe you're doing it faster than me and you have to wait for me, I don't know. But if I'm going too fast at some point, feel free to pause the video and make whatever you have to make, and I'm gonna wait as long as the video is on pause, and you can leave it on pause for an hour. I don't even care, I'm patient. So yeah, we have 2 done so far, and then we're gonna do the other 2. So once again, you force the small triangle inside the paper. Hey, I'm having a hard time here. What? Okay, it's better. That's better. So just like that, and you're going to want to fold the bigger triangle outside, and only one more to do. It's almost done. Actually, that part is almost done. We're not almost done, that's one thing for sure. Right, so for me, these 4 sides are done, and I'm going to flip it upside down so it looks like that. And I just want to make sure that we know these folds will be over. So this one here, and this one, along with that one, and this one. Repeat that on the other side. Alright, so we also have these folds that are done since we forced the triangle in the paper. So these ones are done. Alright, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Right, so we have these corners which are gonna have to stay like that, so make sure you press really hard so they kind of stay there without unfolding them by themselves or something like this. Make sure you press really hard so that we're not gonna have to worry about them anymore. And let's mark that on our piece of paper. Here we go. And we have that one here. Good, that's done. Then what you're going to want to do is doing these 4 lines that we have over here. So these 4 right here, we're going to want to do that right now. The way you do that is quite simple. First, we have to find where they should be. So we have this little square here, which is that one right here. And as you can see, the line starts from the bottom, actually, well, from each corners of the square, but from once, let's say the bottom, it starts from here, and it goes straight all the way to the side of the paper. And this fold needs to be like this, just like that. So how about you go ahead, you do that. If you want, you can make it go all the way, but if you do it, it's gonna mess up, not mess up, but it's gonna get everything a bit harder, since if you do this exactly like this, it's kind of going to do it by itself. You're gonna understand at that point. But yeah, just do that fold here that starts from the bottom of the square and it goes all the way left to the right, to the side of the paper, not the right. What am I saying? Right, so that one is done. I want to do the other one. So bottom of the square and then all the way to the side going left. So just make sure you fold it properly. Stop at the bottom right here. And you end up with that right here. Let's repeat that on the other 2 sides. Just like this. And then we have the last one over here. There we go. So now these 4 folds are done. And the way we're going to do now is just do that so we know that it's done. Here we go. Woohoo. Okay, that's done. Right, next we're going to want to do these over here, which are, it starts from the big, at the top of the big triangle and it goes all the way left. And it's going to be a fold done by pointing it towards the table. So like this. It's going to go deeper in the table. So how about we locate where it should be? Let's start by putting the paper like this. And now, as you can see, the triangle here is this thing here. That's the small triangle and the big one is over here. So we have to start from the top and we go all the way to the left, and it needs to be a fold like that. So as the triangle here is upside down, top is here, fold it, left. Make sure you press hard so it shows up a bit more right here. So you repeat this process on each side though. Triangle is over here. You're gonna want to fold it like this. You go at the top, which is now the bottom, and you fold it just like that. And you repeat that on all the sides. So that's a good thing about origami. Most of the time you just do a step 4 times or more or less, but it's pretty much the same thing on all the sides. So that's one thing that makes everything easier. Alright, so that one is done. And we are almost done for that. And as it goes, I think that we might need to do this video in 3 parts, because it's getting long now. So yeah, that's what we will do. These ones here, and then part 3. So let's start to see where they should be. So this is how you should hold the paper. And we want to make, starting from a side of the square, and it goes straight left all the way to the top of the big triangle, and needs to be a fold that go towards the table, so like this. Let's do that right now. So that's our square here, and the big triangle is over here. If you guys can see that, it's right here. That's the big triangle. So we have to start from, where am I? Over here, yeah. That's the square, and you do this fold all the way over here, and you stop at the top of the triangle. So let's do this right here. So triangle is over here, and we have to do that thing right here, just like that. And yes, you guessed it right, you repeat that for all the 4 sides. Here we go, only 2 more, just like this. And we also have this one over here. Here we go. So let's turn that like this, so all the folds, or most of them, are facing up. And I'm gonna end this over here. Part 3 will be following up pretty soon. You can always click here if you want to go straight to the part 3. And see you there.